Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Skyblock series. Today's episode is episode 31, and I got some plans for today's episode, because in the last episode we managed to finally set up a little bit of a bartering station with some piglins in the nether. And as you can see, there's one row of items now missing, and that's all of my gold. I basically traded it all immediately with the piglins. Went very fast and quite successful, I must say. And we did actually get a good amount of quartz out of it as well. I don't think I took it back with me. But yeah, we got some here and some more in the nether. And my plan now is to make a gold farm. Last episode I already started working on getting magma blocks, as you can see right here. But yeah, I was like, I need to test some of this out still in a creative world before I really can do much more, because as of right now I don't have many, and this actually did take already quite a bit of time to gather, so it's really quite slow, to say it like that. And of course I want it to be faster. But yeah, I don't know, I tried working out some stuff. I wanted actually to make a frog light farm, because it also gives magma balls or magma creams, and with those I can make the blocks. But I came to the conclusion that even the best frog light farms are actually really quite slow in terms of amount of magma cream you get. They gave a crazy good amount of oh, there we go, that's nice. They give a crazy good amount of frog lights, so I'm definitely gonna make it at some point. But yeah, for what I need right now, which is of course the magma cream itself, it's actually not really faster at all than just killing them with a looting sword. And so I think I am better off just trying to, you know, get a good amount of magma cream through just that. And that's what I'm gonna do now. But I'm also gonna, you know, go back and forth between that and already starting to work on the farm, the gold farm, because I can, you know, oh, we got a little escapee here. There we go, he's now dead. But yeah, we can of course build a little bit on the farm and then fly to the magma cream area, and then a lot of them will have spawned, and then I can, you know, kill them, go back, build some more, etc, etc. I just need to see here. It doesn't look like I have many building blocks anywhere around here anymore. I'm gonna assume I don't have that in the nether either. So, first of all, I'm gonna reorganize my inventory a bit. It is quite a mess. I also wanted to put on some mending and maybe even unbreaking on my sword, because it's actually starting to get really damaged. So I don't like that. That's why I grabbed the emeralds. Let's do this real quick. Boom, boom. Oh yeah, there we go. I wanted to make more emeralds with the melons and pumpkins, but I got distracted a little bit. Let's see, where's the fella? There you are. Boom. Boom. Alright, with that we can at least buy mending. Let's get one of these. Let's see if we maybe have unbreaking. Oh no, wait. Don't you sell unbreaking now? No, I think it was the fella that's over there. Let's see here. What do you sell again? Is it just mending, or... I think I can remember him now also selling unbreaking. Yeah, I'm breaking 3. It is quite expensive, but to be fair, it's a really good enchantment. So I am gonna pay the price for that. I think it was 28 or something. So let's just quickly get that. And then we have a fully maxed out sword, which is quite nice. There we go, 32. That should definitely be enough. And it only takes one little rocket to fly all the way over there with these tier 3 rockets. That's quite nice. Whoop. There we go. And 38. Oh, I really misread that, didn't I? Do I have anything to sell? No, I don't have anything to sell. Do I? He only buys ink sacks. Okay. My goodness. Alright. I guess I should not have been so dumb to not even double check the price there, but whatever. Oh, there we go. Oh, it spawned another chicken. I really need to stop doing that. Let's see here. Let's just sell some of my iron, I guess. We got plenty of those. Yes. There we go. That should do the job. 44. Nice. yeah, a little side distraction, but it's gonna be really worth it with this sword, since this is, well, basically my main sword for at least a little while, and it's got everything now at this point I basically need. Of course, some mobs require smite, but all the mobs that I'm killing right now that do require smite are always one hit, so that doesn't really matter. And we already got the sword for the what's it called? The smite sword for the wither, so that's also fine. Let's see here. 9, that's really cheap. Nice, there we go. Look at that. That's really good, a really good sword. Alright, now let's get back to business with reorganizing everything a little bit here. I'm gonna put some stuff in a shulker box. This shulker box I will also be taking with me. Boom, boom. I guess we already have books, but that's fine. I don't really know how. I probably got that obsidian from trading or something like that, but yeah, I don't remember. That's fine. Yeah, for now I'm just putting some not really junk, but also not really good items in there. Not items that I need. Let's just put it like that. And let's do a little bit of mining. Now, MaxWiz71 actually pointed out that I could make a perma loader that will basically load the nether and the overworld, whether I'm in either one of the dimensions. The other one will also be loaded. Which is actually a really good idea. Now, I did say I don't really know whether or not permaloaders work on iron farms. Because iron farms, I have actually had a iron farm in the past with a permaloader on the old Sicko Survival world. And we ran into the issue, or we didn't have a permaloader, we just had it in the spawn chunks. But yeah, the iron farm didn't work in the spawn chunks, even though it was on a server. And I think that might be because mobs are not actually like sentient unless you're close enough to them. So even though these mobs will be here, they don't like do anything, they don't move and stuff like that. And so I think that makes them unable to spawn iron golems and stuff. That's my theory, at least. I don't know for this for certain. But even if the permaloader doesn't work on the iron farm, once we start having things like melon and pumpkin farms and stuff like that going on here, that's already more than enough reason to, yeah, really want both the dimensions to be loaded. And I guess we can also start working towards some farms that are always working in the nether. So yeah, that's definitely a good idea. And I'm probably gonna make it in this episode. They're quite easy to make, so might as well. I'm probably gonna make a new portal though in order to do it, just because they're kind of annoying to do in your own portal. So yeah, let's see here. We already got a good amount of blocks. I don't need that many. The main amount of blocks I need are gonna be magma blocks. These are just gonna be for, you know, the area where they pathfind to, the pigmen, zombie pigmen. Yeah, they need to pathfind towards the big chunk of blocks, and that's gonna be the blocks that I'm mining right now. So that's all these are really for. There we go. Boom. And let's quickly go ahead and sleep once I can. No? It looks pretty dark to me, come on. No? Okay, I kinda underestimated how dark it was, I guess. Okay, there we go. And let's drink some water. There we go. But yeah, this farm, or both these farms, might take a little while to really set up. But once this is done, it will be very efficient, I think. Because yeah, it will just all be, you know, 2 farms working at the same time. The wither farm, oh, I didn't mean to do that, sorry. The wither skeleton farm and the gold farm working together like that. And then also the bartering station, all working together. I mean, that's just gonna have to result in a lot of good stuff. Let's see, I wanted to buy some glass. Oh yeah, that's of course from this guy. There we go. So yeah, I really think that's just gonna be amazing to have all of those farms close to each other, working basically at the same time. That would be quite nice. Let's see here. Let's mine a little bit more. It's just gonna take a little bit of time to set up. Not too long, I would say. I mean, the spawning platform doesn't really have to be all that big. Same as before with the, you know, wither skeleton farm that we got right now. It doesn't need to be all that big since, you know, there's only void, so mobs already spawn quite fast. And the nice part about this farm, I can always expand it by getting more magma cream. So I can start off having quite a small one and just slowly over time, you know, expand the size of it. Which I'm probably gonna do, end up doing. Let's see. Let's get that. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end up expanding it somewhat over time. I already want to have at least a killing chamber ready in today's episode. Killing chamber is gonna be real easy. I don't even need a collection system, since I can just pick up the items myself. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. So should be quite easy to build that all in one singular go. And I think we're just about ready to start going at least into the nether now. I could prepare more items, but at the same time I just want to start on getting going. Let's get a bit more glass. Glass is mainly going to be decorational, don't get me wrong, but it's still nice to have a good amount of that. There we go. Let's take the shulker box with me and just go into the nether. Let's see, how are we doing on iron? Not too bad. If I'm making a permaloader, I'm probably somewhat doing it over here, I guess. It of course needs to be far away enough from that portal that it spawns a new one. But I'm gonna assume that basically going like one more chunk in this direction will already easily do that. Don't get fooled by the height. I'm pretty certain that really doesn't change much. Okay, oops. Still need to get used to these really overpowered rockets, I guess. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's just go into the nether. And let's see. Let's take a quick flight towards the magma cream area. There we go. This place still needs some work. I think... Oh, they didn't despawn. Alright, I'm gonna fly away then. I think what I'm gonna do is actually put a small little roof on top of it. There's still a chest floating there, that's quite funny. But yeah, put a small little roof on top of it. So that only the middle-sized things actually spawn in there. Let's see, anything useful in here? We do have a nice amount of building blocks in here that I could potentially use if I really want to, I guess. So that's cool. We also have the obsidian I need for the portal. So that's nice. Let's see. Can I get your guys' attentions? There we go. Kill them a bit. Seeing how many are already dropping down, I'm gonna assume that the magma cubes despawn once I'm all the way over here. Which is exactly what I want. But yeah, my goodness, it got even more. That's crazy. Alright. Yeah, alright. I think I'm gonna make a small little roof right on top of that thing to prevent the big mobs from spawning. Wait, what? How did I get two minecarts on the same track? Did I always have that? No, wait, what? One of them moved. How is that possible? Okay. Well, it does. Ow! How got I got hit? Jeez, alright. Hold on. Let's quickly fix all of this. This is ridiculous. How did that even happen? The minecart literally just teleported to the another rail. I'm gonna assume these chunks are... No, wait, what? They're even in the same chunk, so that shouldn't break it. Okay, then I don't know. It's just weird Minecraft stuff. Maybe it has something to do with updating versions a little bit. But yeah, I really want to get underneath it, but these are annoying. Okay, let's just do it like this, I guess. There we go. Now they should not be able to hit me through here, right? Let's get these. Whoa, that one was quite filled. Let's get you right here and you right here. And oh, okay, well they started working again. There we go. I hope that doesn't stay an issue. That just happens every now and then, because that was quite annoying. But okay. It should be an easy fix. I just need to remember to use a block and not get all the way up here in order to get underneath it. But yeah. Let's kill a little bit of them. There we go. And look at that. My sword is almost completely recharged now. So that's nice. Boom, 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 boom. This chest is getting quite full again, but whatever. Alright, roof time. Let's fly over here. Oh, yeah, that's also why we need a roof. There we go. Because of that fella. Come on, get down here. Come on. Ooh, alright. I'm playing a little bit of ping pong with him. I cannot hit him again, because then he will fall into the void. There we go. Oh, so the biggest one also dropped magma cream, but then the smallest one don't? Right? That's weird, okay. Never knew that this is how it worked, but okay, fine, I guess. It's quite annoying, but whatever. I'm just gonna make a roof like this. It doesn't actually have to be completely filled, the roof. It just needs to be semi-filled, because that will already spawn the biggest ones from spawning. So I'm just gonna go like this, make a little diagonal. I still want the plan of being able to fly on top of it. And then shoot them from above. But there we go. Did I get that perfect? Looks like I did. Oh no, I don't know. It might be exactly in the center there, or might be one block off. It's fine though. There we go. And there we go. Alright, and then I think this one here. And then that should really prevent at least most of the big ones from spawning. We might get still one more or two more every now and then. But it will prevent a lot of them at least from spawning. And that's all we need. Okay, let's at least make that centered. There we go. It doesn't look like I made it completely in the center here, but that's fine. I'm gonna fly towards this. And I'm gonna start removing the Enderman platform here. You know what? I'm just gonna burn it down, actually. I got enough fire charges for something like that. Okay, wither skeletons don't seem to despawn when I'm all the way over there. So, that's not good. Wait, I only have 10 fire charges? Okay, wow, I expected more from these guys, but okay. Or maybe I'm blind and I didn't see like a full stack somewhere in there. But let's just go ahead and do this. And see how far that gets us. Alright, there we are. Nothing has spawned in here. Let's give it a little swirl. There we go. There immediately spawned a big one. But at least he cannot, you know, jump out. It's something here. I'm fine with it. Let's kill you. There we go. Boom. The knockback is actually not too great with this. Because of how many, you know, areas they can spill out of. But, I mean, I guess they drop the items on the point where they died, not where they're landing. So technically it doesn't matter if they, you know, die first and then fly out. Their corpse, like, flies out of the thing. That doesn't matter, I guess. But yeah, there we go. Let's see here. Let's now start working on all of this. I'm also gonna put these on, so you are all happy. There we go. Or, you know what I could do? Let's see. Maybe this works. If I just drop this here. Will you pick it up? Ah, he doesn't care about that. Alright, I would have to give him gold swords, I would assume. But right now I don't have any of those. Are they mad at me again because I opened the chest? Yeah, they are. Okay. Let's right here grab some of this. There we go. And boom, boom. Boom, boom. There we go. I think they're de-aggroed by now. No? Really? Oh, come on. Alright, let me kill with a skeleton for you. Are you happy now? No, still not. Okay. I'm just gonna lose eye contact with them then for a second. There we go. I think that should work. I would hope. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna make the gold farm, of course, not completely next to this one. I'm gonna make it next to it, but not like right next to it, because I think that will mess with their pathfinding and stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna make it right here. And I think I'm gonna make the killing chamber just about at this point. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly go over here. Oh, they're gonna be angry again. Okay. I need to be more careful with that, I guess. There. And then let's see, they're literally one block above it. So, okay, they're not angry this time. Nice. This is where I'm gonna be killing them. There we go. And then I will make a little bit like this. And of course I'm gonna make a nice little chamber here, so I'm gonna go all the way around it, so I can really hit them from all angles if I feel like it, I guess. Why not? There we go. And yeah, this is literally how easy it's going to be. It's going to be just this right here. This should be technically like big enough for me to, yeah, well, get all of them. With ease, you know, just sweeping edge will do the job here. All I need to do is copy how high that one is, and that's about it. Now the most annoying thing is going to be making the blocks in like for the tube. But I guess I could use blocks that I'm getting from all of this stuff, because that will definitely save me quite a lot. Would that be cool? I don't know. Right now I don't have any blocks like in such a huge amount that I could use it yet. I'm not gonna use the netherrack because that's too ugly. I'm also thinking maybe I use like bone blocks or coal blocks. I think that would be quite cool. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Let's see how many bone blocks I can get. Let's first of all empty this all out a bit. There we go. Make some more. Oh, make some more of these. There we go. My goodness, alright, can I lure them all over here? I think this works. I just saw another skull drop, nice. Yeah, this thing, once it's, once you leave it alone for like a couple of minutes, then it really starts to just pile up with the amount of skeletons that are in there. We might hit a stack of ancient debris quite soon, I guess. There we go. Let's first of all get rid of all of the swords. And then bones, and this is probably gonna spill out of my inventory, but that's fine. We just need to make sure it doesn't fall into the void. And then I'm gonna do this. Let's see, can I do this real quick? It's not the greatest, I guess. Let's just do it like that then. There we go, boom. And because of how much I filled my inventory, this is at first gonna be quite annoyingly slow, I guess. I just need to... boom. Let's see. I need to make 9 stacks of bone meal. I haven't done this in a while. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7. We need 8, 9. Alright, there we go. And now I turn all of this into bone meal until it's filled. And then I do this. And there's a stack. Alright. Maybe I don't get as many as I was expecting here, I guess. But whatever. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bones, 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 bones. There we go. Boom. Yeah, I still get a cool amount, you know. I might like make it a little bit of a mixture of blocks. Maybe like coal blocks as well. I don't know. I think that would be cool. Whoa, I saw so much ancient debris just drop there. My goodness. Alright, there we go. Oh wow, look at how many just good stuff is there. I mean, at this point, you can call it good stuff because, you know, it's technically rare in normal Minecraft, but it really isn't all that useful for me at all anymore at this point. Oh! Oh, I forgot. Oh, yeah, I do actually need to button it off, of course. Okay, well, that's fine. I can kill them all in a second. Let's just button this area first. Alright, well, that once again, I mean, it's been proven many times at this point, but it once again proves just how insanely well this farm already will work, even when it's quite small. Yeah, I knew I placed some at the wrong spots. There we go. So yeah, this just proves it once again, I guess. And there we go. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. I was for 1 second scared that they like simplified the piglins that were in there, but luckily that was not the case. They just joined them in the boat, I guess. Let's quickly grab some of these. Oh, you're perfect. Boom, 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 and now they all fall into the void on their own, I guess. At least most of them. There we go. Great job. Now the last couple ones, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. And all I need to do is get rid of you. Up, up, there we go. Boom, boom. I mean, these guys must be terrified right now. Imagine just being forced into a boat with a zombie of your sort. I mean, that's quite awful. I feel sorry for those guys right now. I mean, they already have to, you know, spend their whole life being in a boat forever and stuff like that, and then they also just get put into that situation. That's not fair to them. And there we go, over a stack of ancient debris. My goodness. Yeah, that's quite mean. Let's see. Boom, boom. Alright. Just want to get a little bit more bones, and then I might actually be able to make the tube completely fine here. Boom. This is quite cool music. I don't think I've heard this one before whilst being in the nether. Maybe I just forgot, but I don't know. This one sounds quite dramatic, so to say. There we go. Alright, that's definitely quite a lot of bone meal. Then I might have overestimated in the beginning how many blocks I needed. I mean, I can remember needing a lot of blocks for, or walls blocks for this one. But this one is, of course, like way bigger than that one is. So this one should really not be that expensive. How am I gonna do this, though? Let's see. I'm just gonna fly up here. Whoop. There we go. And let's see. Bone blocks do make quite a cool noise, I must say. Do we have glass in our inventory? I do not. Alright, let's see here. We do have some skeletons in here. I don't think they're gonna get all that angry, though. Oh wait, what am I doing? I can just... Okay, I was planning to, you know, go to the level that the dirt block is on, but I can just see what this level is on, and then count -1. So, there we go, 76. That's how high we need to go with the tube. Wow, yeah, this is really quite some dramatic music. My goodness. There we go. So, we need to go up to Y76. So, let's just do it in one go with the tube. It really shouldn't be too tall. It's like 28 blocks in terms of a drop, I believe. And then they are one hit, so it should be fine. Now I'm hoping that the way I made this thing, like babies and also babies on chickens are not able to get out either. Maybe I need to place some trapdoors in front of it as well. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, there we go. Okay, we easily make it with the amount of bone blocks I have. I really overestimated how expensive this is going to be, I guess. But that's fine. I think it will look quite cool with some bone blocks. You know, it's at least something different than what we have been doing so far in terms of building. It's all just been stone bricks in the nether and wood. So yeah, it's quite nice to finally be able to change that up. There we go. One more like this. And there we go. Alright, now the difference between this one and that one is that this one is going to be automatically smaller. Just because I cannot make it as big, because that one has a block in the middle of the thing, and this one is gonna have a block like right here, meaning that, you know, I cannot draw in mobs from all the other directions than these directions. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Also, I need to already do this. Now I think this is going to be just fine, having it like that, and then I will make this like this. Boom, boom. And then let's make this a bit, you know, better looking. There we go. And then after this point we have the big old chunk of blocks yet again, like we have had many times at this point in this series. Let's just quickly make the trapdoors that I will be needing. There we go. And I think this is fine. I think, you know, they will still pathfind all the way to that point. I just need to make sure that, you know, I make this this one really big, this block. But there we go. And of course spawn proof it. But yeah, I'm gonna make it one taller, just like so. Boom, boom. And then I don't think I'm gonna make this block out of bone blocks as well. I think that would be a bit too expensive. But maybe I'll make it out of something than just stone bricks. Maybe I will make the outside out of something else and then the inside of stone bricks. But yeah, as you can see, I can already start working at least a little bit on the spawning platform. And then slowly but surely I can just increase the size of this thing by killing more magmas. So I think that's quite cool to just be able to, you know, increase the efficiency of this thing over time. Now, I don't know 100% certain, but I think I can remember ghasts are not, like, the big old ghasts are not able to spawn on top of magma blocks. I'm really hoping they're not. Otherwise, this thing is gonna cause some problems. But yeah. Bro, you know what? I couldn't actually fill the thing with a lot of netherrack. I mean, you're not gonna see the inside anyway. And I think I'm gonna make the outside out of coal blocks. I think that would be pretty cool. Let's just grab as much coal as I can. And put it in here. There we go. Coal blocks. They look nice. And then a lot of netherrack. And we also need, of course... Well, I can button it up or I can slab it up. I think I'm gonna go for the buttons. Let's see, we don't have any mobs falling in here yet. I was kind of expecting at least something, but I already know why. Let's see what happens when I kill a good amount of these skeletons here. Maybe we will see something starting to drop down. Maybe we hear ghast spawning, but... Oh, wait, no. There's no block up there yet, of course. They're not gonna pathfind towards the thing yet. At least not super fast. They will at some point, but, you know, by just chance. But that's not how we're gonna deal with this farm. Alright. Let's see here. We already have some spawning up here, so that's nice. Let's see. So, I'm gonna make the outside all coal. So, let's start with the bottom layer then. And I think I probably shouldn't have it leak it out, like to the sides, because then that might interfere with, you know, the pathfinding. So let's just really make it a slim block like this, and then just be quite long. And then hopefully they all pathfind to where it's at. Like happy little boys. I guess I could make it a little bit like this though. There we go. I will make it not a complete cube, I guess, more of a spherical thing. Still quite a cube, don't get me wrong, but yeah, at least something. There we go, and we will see when it starts working by the mobs immediately starting to just wander towards their death. But yeah, right now it's of course not filled, so it's not gonna do that just yet. There we go, and that's all the coal blocks I have as of right now, but that's fine. I can quite easily get more, let's be real here. For now I'm just gonna fill this up with all the blocks that I have that I really don't care about. Things like netherrack. I mean, I could make, you know, nether bricks out of this at some point, but I think we will get more than enough netherrack for that once we start getting this gold farm going. So I don't really care about wasting some netherrack right now. Actually, I care a lot less about the netherrack than I would about the stone bricks. So there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe I should have taken some buckets of lava with me, because then I could have easily spawn-proofed this whole thing right away. But yeah, okay, they appear to have gone into it already, so that's good. I'm just gonna add one more layer of netherrack here, and then the coal will go all around it. But yeah, that's a good sign. I'm not gonna kill the wither skeletons right away, because I don't want mobs spawning on top of the netherrack block. There we go. Yeah, nice. And you are one hit, right? Yes. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. That's all good. How much coal do we still have? Not a bad amount. I can get quite far with this. Boom. Boom. And boom. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Alright, we still have some more spawning up here. And yeah, as I expected, at least a little bit on the netherrack. But that's fine. We do have a good amount of coal still. Just gonna notch you off of there. There we go. Same with you. Oh, he's pushing against it. Smart little boy. Alright, they're not really wandering into it yet. Maybe I make those blocks also trapdoors now that I think about it. Or, you know, I can just rely on them pushing each other in. To be honest, that's probably gonna happen a lot. So it's also a good strategy, I guess. But there we go. I at least get all of these blocks now done. So let's also immediately button them off. There we go. Ah, nice, he moved. That's sweet. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm out of buttons. Let's just make some more. Boom, boom. There we go. Alright, I still need a little more nether or coal blocks though. So let's start going for those. We got more and more starting to drop in here. That's a good sign. Do we have any more that's been unloaded? No. Oh, it looks like this thing is not as busy as it was before. That's fine, I guess. There we go. There we go. Now they're starting to drop down a little bit again. Of course, this thing is gonna become a bit slower because of the gold farm. But I imagine if I, like, you know, really cycle in between the two, you really wouldn't notice all that much. And at the same time, I don't care if this thing gets a little slower. It's basically given all I need. At this point, I'm using it for coal out of all the things. That's quite weird, I guess. Do we have any more in here? Oh, not the mulch. Oh, and there went my bow. Oh, it's still here. Okay. We got little bits and pieces. I'm starting to regret throwing out all of the gold that I have ever thrown out, I guess. There we go. Nothing I can do about it now. Boom. Starting to get close here. Closer and closer. See, I don't see super many piglins just about falling down yet. But I can imagine that there's a lot of them also just, you know, on the coal block itself and not in the farm. And then they're not gonna pathfind towards anything at all. Because they're already at their destination in their eyes. There we go. Yeah, okay, I can already see some there. Is that all the coal? It's probably still being deloaded. Alright, let's at least... You know, I don't like doing it. Wait. Oh, there's my crafting bench. I don't like doing it. Oh, I just have one here. But I'm quickly just gonna do this because it's quite a lot easier. There we go. Boom. Alright. Now, what do I see here? They're not... Yeah, they're not doing it too much, but I'm gonna assume that's just because there's not super many of them. And once there's more of them, then they will really just start pushing each other in. Right now, I don't mind hitting one. Doesn't really matter anymore. Come on, get in there. There we go. Yeah, okay, we desperately need just a bit more coal, and then this thing is basically done. I just need to increase the size of the spawning platform. That's all there's left to do it, and that can, you know, that can wait. I mean, it can slowly but surely happen just over time. That doesn't matter much. It will, you know, over time get a bit and a little bit faster and faster and more efficient. So that's nice. Come on. Oh, come to me. There you go. You know, that's the downside about this farm. They don't fall all at the same spot. I could have not make it like that, but then this thing would have definitely been a lot slower than it is now. But yeah, it is the only downside to this thing, and that is why I'm happy with this one, because this one will not have that downside. But I mean, look at the ancient debris. I can start using those as decorational blocks now as well, I guess. I mean, I really could. Not a lot, but at least a little bit. I'm definitely considering making a netherite beacon in this series at some point, because we are getting a really good amount of netherite. But yeah, I would have to do the math and stuff about how long it takes and whatever. So maybe that becomes like a goal that I might just start working on a little bit more off camera than on camera. That's definitely a thing that could happen. I might reach a point at with the series, the same with the Forge series, where I, you know, have to take it off camera because otherwise it just takes way too long to even do one of the things I want to do. But we are far, far away from that, don't get me wrong. We're nowhere near that point yet. But, I mean, making a netherite beacon would definitely be on my list then, if I would do it off camera anyway. Let's see. How are we doing in the minecarts? Guess they're quite empty. Okay. How many coal blocks will this give me? Oh, 20, alright. Guess that's decent. There we go. Send him flying. Because it's quite funny. I really like to just see them fly, you know. It looks funny. Boing! Look at that. That one didn't go just about as far, but still, it's funny. It's quite funny. Boom, boom. Okay, so how many more do we need? Still quite a good amount here. Jeez. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna quickly fly to the other farm, see how it's going there. Okay. Let's quickly fly a little further away. There we go. Try not to lose track. Whoa, that was a cool sound, I guess. There we go. Let's shoot these fellas first. Oh no, wait. They also are affected by the looting. So I actually don't want to shoot them first. There we go. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Is there a piglin here? Okay. Hello, little piggy. You can stay, I guess. You're fine. There we go. Alright. At this point, it kind of drops a good amount of magma cream. I'm happy I didn't go for the frog farm, because by now I might have been finally finished building it. And then I would still have to, you know, wait a lot of time for it to actually produce a good amount of magma cream. So, yeah, it's better that we don't go for that, I guess. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Nice. One little blocky at a time. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna expand the size of the trapdoors just by one. So let's make one more of those. There we go. Boom, boop. There we go. Nice. That was pretty smooth. And I'm gonna, you know, basically open up this. And then we have this one like that. And then we have boom, boom, boom. And okay, well, I guess that might be a problem then, wouldn't it? How about actually, instead of going in that direction by one, I go in the other direction by one? Oh. How about like this? Oh, didn't mean to do that. How about this? So we have it like that, that, and that. And then... Oh. Okay, let's just do this. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. There we go. And then we have it like this. Now, I know this isn't your typical mob trap, so to say. But I think it might... Would it work? I think it would work if I placed trapdoors more down as well. So let's just use up all my wood. Make a couple more trapdoors. So if I were to do it like this, I think they would still pathfind towards that. And then, you know, fall to their demise. There we go. Would have to test the theory out, of course, by seeing if the mobs start dropping a bit more. But yeah, I think that might just work. Let's for now kill some more of these fellas. I also need to drink some more water, by the way. Really just forgot about it. I always drink the water while sleeping. But then if I'm in the nether a lot, I kind of just forget. I also didn't make the permaloader yet, which I now just remembered. But it's fine. It's fine. It can wait for just a bit. This gold farm might actually be more important, I guess. Okay, so nothing has dropped down. That is probably not the best of signs. It's either to do with the size of the platform or the... oh no, there's one. Right. Okay, so if I go up there in a second and there's just none up there, then that's a good sign. Because that means that the luring system actually works. There was just not that many that spawned. because of the size of the platform probably. But if I go up there and there's a lot of them there, that's not good. And then I might have to do some redesigning with the luring station. But yeah, that should be quite easy, don't get me wrong. It's just a little annoying. Otherwise I might have to increase the size of the tube just by 1 block in width. And then, you know, it's a lot easier. That actually makes it a lot easier to make the falling thing. But I prefer not doing that, because then I have to change everything up again. There we go. Why is the coal just constantly being the last one that's delivered? Ah. Alright, there we go. Boom. 15 blocks. Probably not gonna finish it just yet. Alright, we have 2 here. Let's see. Are there any up here? 2 of them. But to be fair... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. A problem I think I can actually fix quite easily. I just need some more wood. Boom, boom, boom. How many do... we need 9, 10 more. 10 more. Alright, that's not too many. Yeah, I think if I just up the trapdoors all the way to that point, then this is actually fixed. Ooh, need to be careful with what I do there. So let's grab some wood. Make some trapdoors. Kill some wither skeletons. There we go. Yep. Come on, you as well. Oh, we have another stopper. Right, I think I can just do this and I get the minecart. Yeah, the open minecart, like that. That is actually a lot easier than just trying to push it again. Okay, I'm gonna do that from now on. There we go. Boom, boom. We got a cinnamon roll in my inventory. Look at that, 1.5 stacks, man. Jeez. My goodness. Okay. Boom. Oh, can I make it? No, I'm like 9 more short. Come on. I can do that quite easily. There we go. I think that should already do the trick. Yes. Yes, exactly 10. Nice. 1 more of those. Boom. And the epic music is playing. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. Up. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Perfect. Oh, and the perfect amount of buttons as well. I mean, come on. It's all meant to be here. And then all I need to do is this. Oh, I would like it to be symmetrical. There we go. And there we go. And that is the first step of the gold farm basically all done. And now I can come down here. Boom. Nice. They all die in one swoop. Oh yeah, I forgot. They like that. That's quite a funny noise. And then I come here, just kill some wither skeletons. Maybe I should start luring these over with like an iron golem that they see, make eye contact with, and then they, you know, all come to one corner. That is maybe not a bad shout. I might try something like that out in the creative world and see if that works. Just having them all pile up in one spot because of an iron golem would be quite nice, I think. And then I put this stuff in here. In the ideal world, there would be piglin down here now. But apparently there's none. Is the chunk of blocks not big enough yet? I mean, it looks like it's working. They're just not going towards it just super fast yet. Maybe I need to increase the size of the width still. I mean, it's working. Maybe they just spawned a second ago. I think it's working. Okay. Yeah, I am quite satisfied with this thing now. It's just a matter of expanding the size of the magma. And that's just a matter of coming over here every now and then, doing this. Getting rid of the smaller ones. And just flying away for a second. Turning around. Waiting for some mobs to spawn. Waiting for some mobs to spawn? Are they not gonna spawn today? Hello? What's going on here? Why are there just none? Ah, there we go. Now, waiting for some mobs to spawn. They spawn. Then we come over here. Now, I just kill them a little bit with my looting sword. Because I have a looting sword. Look at this sword. Oh my goodness. It doesn't even fit on the screen anymore at this point. And I just kill them a little bit. Boom, boom. collect all of their magma creams. Oh my, wow. Okay, that was quite cool. They just used each other as like a bouncing off of things. Like he bounced off the smaller ones and bounced back to me and just immediately hit me again. That was pretty cool, I must admit. And then we have 6 little blocks I have to show for it. Fly back. Come over here. Place the blocks down. Boom, 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 boom. And then, yeah, just like that, slowly but surely, this thing will increase in size. And this thing is completely empty. So, yeah, if I fly back here, we should see a good amount spawning immediately again. I've seen better. There we go, good amount spawning again. Nice. Yeah, alright. Ooh, okay, those rockets are super overpowered. Boom. Yeah, I like this system. I mean, is it the most perfect system? No, but it is kind of the most perfect for what the situation that we have right now. So I guess it's fine, you know. It's fine. It will do the job, and it will get us where we need to be. So I'm happy with this. I'm also quite happy with the whole gold farm as it is right now. I think I'm quite happy with the fact that, you know, it's not just built out of stone bricks. We actually have like coal and bone blocks used. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Let's make one more batch. 7 more blocks. Can I glide from here over here? Okay, I really messed that up, but oh, yeah, okay. I would have made that if I wasn't such an idiot. There we go. Boom, and okay, they immediately wanted in there. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm gonna still increase the size of it in that range and that range as well. I don't think I should go much more in that direction actually anymore. It's actually probably already further than that one is, but that's fine. Although this one is not pathfinding towards it anymore. Is that because you are out of range? If I push you by 1 block, will you go into it? Let's give him a second to realize. Still not doing anything. Little bit more. Maybe like this? No? 1 more block in that direction. I mean, you're definitely in range now, aren't you? Oh, there he goes. Okay. Alright, maybe I've already made it too big in that direction. I will experiment with that as well in the Creative Fest world, and I will just leave it for now. Boom, boom, boom. Ah, amazing. Oh, yeah, you want... Here, you give me... If you get rid of that crossbow, I would be quite happy. Okay, there we go. Yeah, look at that. Things are actually starting to fall down. Nice, nice, nice. He did not get rid of the crossbow. Okay. Okay, buddy. Alright, well, let's just have a quick, you know, spin here. See if this works. Killing some of the... Oh, we have a guest. Okay. We need a roof on top of it. As soon as possible. There we go. A little embarrassed of my shots there. They were not the greatest. Do we have enough glass still? Not really. I guess I can make it out of stone bricks. I'm gonna do that right now. I was actually planning to end the episode as of right now. But I guess that can wait for 1 more second. Because this is quite important. Woo! Alright. It's already quite filled here. We got a party. Alright. It's also... Yeah, okay. It's working. It's working. Okay, let's just make a little roof here like this. Just to prevent the ghasts from spawning. There we go. Okay, well, as I said, I'm actually gonna have to end the episode right here, though. Because I am fully out of time. But I would say this is a mission successful for today. Next episode, we're just gonna expand on all of this. And yeah, over time, this will become a glorious gold farm combined with the skeleton farm as well. It will become a beauty, I guess. So yeah, as I said, I'm gonna have to end the episode here though. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Fully another episode again. Next episode, I'm gonna try some of those tricks with the iron golem and stuff. I'm gonna expand the gold farm some more. And I'm also gonna finally make that perma loader, which I kind of should have made this episode, but it will come next episode. And yeah, I'm just gonna see how far that gets all of us, all that gets us. And hopefully, by the end of the next episode, I actually get so much quartz going that I can start working on the melon and pumpkin farm. Yeah. Alright, well, as I said, I'm gonna have to end it right here. But yeah, hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. So for now, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.